Welcome back to Uprising. I'm Sonali Kohatkar. As Republicans wrap up their first week in charge of both chambers of Congress, they seem to have wasted absolutely no time in unveiling their agenda. Cut benefits for poor, disabled Americans and lower taxes on the wealthy. In the House on Tuesday, GOP members passed a rule to stop the routine allocation of dollars from Social Security's old age fund to its disability fund. If it goes through, disabled Americans who receive disability benefits through Social Security would see a 20% cut. Meanwhile, the House and Senate introduced in rapid succession one bill after another. Two bills have been introduced to undermine the Affordable Care Act, one aimed at veterans and one at the hours required for workers to be considered full-time. A package of Wall Street giveaways was introduced but beaten, and two bills approving the Keystone Pipeline and banning all abortions after 20 weeks have emerged. My guest is David Dayen, contributing writer at the Salon and a weekly columnist at Fiscal Times. Welcome to Uprising, David.
Thanks for having me.
So, very busy week.
Yeah.
It's been, day 4 now, really, technically, since the Congress was seated on Tuesday. Let's start with the Social Security story. So, currently a program within Social Security called Social Security Disability Insurance, or SSDI, shares funds between that and the old age fund that people put into, and because the number of beneficiaries has increased, it needs more fund, and there's a routine sharing of funds that's apparently happened 11 times in the last few decades. Representative Tom Reed sponsored the rule change to bar the allocation, and he said he wants to, quote, force us to look for a long-term solution for SSDI rather than raiding Social Security to bail out a failing federal program. Retired taxpayers who have paid into the system for years deserve no less. So several things going on here. One, he's saying it's a failing federal program, and that it's raiding Social Security, even though it's really part of Social Security.
Yeah, this is a routine reallocation. As you said, it's happened 11 times in Congress. All the money is coming from the same place. It's coming from the routine allocation of money from everyone's paychecks to pay into Social Security. And so you have two buckets, basically, that it goes into, the disability fund and the old age fund. If you did the allocation, it would extend the life of the disability fund by 20 years, while reducing the life of the old age fund by 1 year. So this is not that big a deal. The reason that there is a higher incidence of people getting money off the Social Security Disability Fund is the aging of the population. Older people generally are more inclined to be getting disability.
So Reid is apparently artificially pitting two groups against one another, but there's huge overlap. I mean, as people age, they're more likely to get disabled, for one thing.
Exactly. And as you said, the money comes from the same place. So when we're talking about this, we're talking about money that is sort of kind of artificially segmented. And reallocation is something that has been done. It was done in the 80s. It was last done in 1994. It's been done under Democratic presidents. It's been done under Republican presidents. It's been done in Democratic Congresses. It's been done in Republican Congresses. So this is highly unusual to sort of force a crisis here, because if nothing is done, the disability fund will run out of the ability to pay full benefits in 2016. In next year.
So people, because of this simple rule change, which apparently Republicans, because they're in the majority in the House, have the authority to just do without having to worry about the president getting in their way. They can just do this, and it's a done deal now. And if nothing is changed, by 2016, people who are on SSDI could see a 20% cut in their benefits.
We'll see a 20%.
We'll see it.
I mean, there is nothing else that can be done if they're not allowed to replenish the disability fund with this reallocation of funds from the old age fund.